Hi, let's talk about how we can sum together total acceleration for an object that's turning and changing its speed at the same time. So if an object's turning, centripetal acceleration means that we feel an acceleration towards the center of the turn that's equal to our forward speed squared at this moment divided by the radius of the turn. Now, if we have a tangential acceleration in addition to the radial acceleration from the turning motion, those two pieces are inherently at a 90-degree angle to each other. So our total acceleration would end up being found using the Pythagorean theorem. We'd have a total acceleration equal to our centripetal acceleration squared plus our tangential acceleration squared, our change in speed acceleration squared, and then we take the square root of that sum. And we can figure out our angle from forward motion by calculating the inverse tangent of the radial component of our acceleration divided by the tangential component of our acceleration. So say you're driving along at 21 meters per second, which is around 55 to 60 miles per hour. And then you take a turn with a radius of 75 meters. Now your acceleration as you're traveling around that circle would be 21 meters per second quantity squared divided by 75 meters, which is 5.88 meters per second squared. And what likely would be happening is it's very likely that your tires would start squealing in protest or possibly even slipping, because depending on road conditions, this can be more acceleration than your car may be capable of producing. Well, even if you have very grippy tires, that much sideways acceleration can be very disconcerting. And it's tempting to do things like slam on the brakes. And the thing is, even if you're trying to slow down, which would lower that radial acceleration, the faster you try to do that, the more dangerous it becomes. Because any acceleration that you have by changing your speed is going to increase the total acceleration. So say you slam on your brakes and you start changing your acceleration by -4 meters per second squared. Well, your total acceleration then is going to be 5.88 squared plus -4 squared. Take the square root of that in meters per second squared. I have 7.11 meters per second squared. So if you're right at the slip point of your tires, this would start your car skidding around that turn. Now, in terms of the angle for that total acceleration, we would take our radial component, 5.88 meters per second squared, divide by our tangential component, -4 meters per second squared, and the inverse tangent of 5.88 divided by -4 gives me 124 degrees from the direction of forward travel. So, when there are turns coming up, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the posted speed guidelines, slow down ahead of time, because in the moment, it can be very, very, very dangerous to slow down. And particularly, when you encounter icy conditions where you don't have as much friction, where you can't have as much acceleration, slow down. It's the only thing that can help you in turns, and even that may not be enough. So stay safe driving out there, and thanks for watching.